Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's Lavender Panther with you on Saturday, November 4th, 2023. We're going to do a fun little card reading tonight. This time, it's going to be the cards are all going to be different decks, but they all involve spirit animals. So we're going to do something fun. I know some of you probably already know what your lifelong spirit animal is, or you know what your totem is. Maybe some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. And no matter what category you're in, we're going to have, we're going to draw some cards. So if you're open in game, no pun intended about animals, we're going to pick some cards and it'll serve as your kind of like spirit animal for the next 24 hours or, spirit animal of the day or the evening. And like I always say, you can pick one, two, or all three groups, however you're feeling it. Maybe you need up to like 3 spirit animals in your life right now. So go ahead and choose 1, 2, or all 3 groups. But on the left is group 1 with a musical note. Group 2 is this nice strawberry in the middle. And the white swan is group 3, on this side, on the right side. So let's just go right into it now. Since I hold the camera and I don't have the tripod yet, although I may have one tomorrow, I just went ahead and pre-selected some cards and just kind of messy style mixed them up. I'll do it again just so you make sure I did not rig this, although I know I would not do that. So here we go. I'm going to just go ahead and pick this one and give me a moment to set it up over here and let's see what you got, group 1. Oh, we got a nice one. All right, so let's take a nice look at this card. And we have the full moon and phases of the moon off to each side, the symmetry of it there. And we have raven. Actually, it's a raven in flight. And because of the nice nature of the illustration, it's very, light. You can almost feel like that raven, that you're right there, even with it flying in the air. At least I can get that sense from this. Okay, so raven, wise woman, a change is coming. Ooh, okay. That's very mysterious. So this spirit animal is telling you a change is coming. Now it's presumably a good change, okay? Because even though the skies are a little dark and the bird itself is dark, we feel a lightness. And even in the moon, we feel that glow and that luminosity. Oh, look at that. Luminosity of that moon is very positive. And so I would say, or actually the raven would say, let's take a look at this. I just want to see what I can feel off of this card. Wise woman, change is coming. I would say that this is your little sign to obviously be on the lookout if there's any ravens that show up around you. Maybe you can even, when you go to sleep, put it in your mind, put it out there that you would love to see an affirmation that this is your spirit animal of the next 24 hours. Let a raven show up around you in a park, on top of your car, sitting on a roof or whatever. May just their one kind of catch your attention and bring you some nice messages. And then at that point, when you see one, maybe you can just really, just feel it out what that message is for you. Also, I know some cultures say things like ravens and crows can be symbolisms for bad luck coming, but I don't feel that at all with this. And I think they're also given a bad rap, if you will, when people say that about things like ravens, even owls. Can they? Sure, I think they can, but in this case, I don't see it. I'm not feeling it. So I feel like you're having a good change coming. We even have like a depiction of stars, in here and in the moons themselves, kind of like the wishing on the star concept, So maybe this also might be a call to go out and, if you can safely do this, is for security, safety reasons. If you can go out at night and look up, maybe it's a call too to kind of just gaze up at the moon a little bit, and maybe some kind of a message will come in the skies in the form of a raven, yes, but maybe also there's constellations, I think, of a crow or a raven. I can't remember right now. But maybe this is also an invitation, since it's showing a night sky, to look up all the different constellations and just see what might jump out at you message-wise, as far as where they come from, what they mean, or even picking out your favorite star within those constellations, right? And take note of the name of it. So that's all I'm getting for right now. This might also be an invitation to get something that has a little raven on it. If you're feeling like this is a good little message for you, like if you just see a figurine in the store or a button, it can be something really tiny or something bigger, a t-shirt, whatever, just to, remind you that this is supposed to be about a good message coming in, and be on the lookout for it. Okay, that's it. I guess that's all I'm getting for right now. And we're going to move on to group 2. So strawberry group, here we go. We have a different deck with different spirit animals in it, and I've just laid it out messy style. I had pre-shuffled. And like I said to group 1, I will kind of like tumble it around further, move it around further, just if there's any doubt if I already preset cards, which you know I would never do. But let's have a look in here. I mean, I would never do it unless I told you that's what I did, but not on the, never on this like messy thing. So here, let's go here on the messy shuffle. Oh, okay. Just so you know, I'm going to tell you, group 1 had the raven. And the reason why I'm saying it is because now it appears that you also have a bird. So you have number 6, and you have this gorgeous, exquisite white swan. Looks like with plumeria flowers, swan spirit, time for a deep dive. And does anyone else see the irony? You know, you're a strawberry, and actually group 3 is the swan, but for whatever reason, you get the white swan card. So we don't have to be all matchy-matchy, if you will. But time for a deep dive, swan spirit. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So maybe you'll see a white swan, even maybe where you don't normally see one. I see them here where we normally don't. In Miami, Florida, there's a park, and I put it on, actually, this might be an invite to look at one of my earlier shorts. I'm not doing it as a shameless plug to go look at other material and content. As you know, I'm not selling anything. Doesn't matter to me. This is just, channel is here to bring good things to everyone's life, uplift, and hopefully bring a smile and inspiration in some way. But there is a previous shorts that I did where it has a white swan that, you know, raises up and flaps out its wings and stuff. And there are some wisdoms on there that I quoted, and I can't remember the author's name right now. But anyway, this might just be a simple call to go look at that little shorts. Also, be on the lookout. You know, if you see any in your area where you normally wouldn't see them pop up, or maybe even the plumeria, this could come even in the form of just images you pass by. This is going to sound kind of random, but I do know there are air fresheners for cars hanging from rearview mirrors that, you know, do look like plumeria. I know there's definitely that exists on the market. Maybe there's somebody else that has one, you know, with a swan figure, or you just happen to see a swan on some packaging in a store that just hits you. Like, I know even in the grocery store, there's certain soaps where I am that they are stamped out in the shapes of swans. So this is a call to maybe, yeah, pick up a little bar of soap in the shape of the swan, or, you know, just take notice of where you're at and where your surroundings are, where you might see one, whether it's a living swan or just one that's printed on something digitally. You might want to get an article of clothing, like a t-shirt that might have a little swan on it, or a keychain or something might come your way. And if you don't know, you know, what it means, like say you see some of these things and you pick one up but you don't know, then at dream time, close your eyes and ask, hey, swan spirit, what message do you have for me, or what feelings do you have for me? And let me remember them when I wake up, and then you might get the meaning. Otherwise, you might just, now that we're focused on this, you might see one. Or you also might see something that is just feathers. You know, this looks like it's in the shape, let me get my little pointer here. This overall form looks like the shape of a heart, so in a pink one. So maybe even just see, you know, other things that kind of have a heart or flowers or feather imagery. Whatever it is, it's just very loving and has a very soft vibe to this. So anyway, swan spirit on this card anyway just says time for a deep dive. Well, maybe it is time just to reflect on something and go a little deeper. You know, this actually at the top kind of reminds me, it looks like some floral arrangement, but it also reminds me of bubbles, like as if this thing, this one is like underwater a little bit in a weird, impossible way, but you know what I mean? Little bubbles trickling up. So water is emotions. We know the swans glide across the water. They see their own reflection. The reflection's really beautiful. And, you know, when another one comes up in front of it, you get the heart shape. So I'd say that even though this is asking, you know, time for a deep dive and maybe some self-reflection into the pool of water, yeah, maybe go up to a beautiful body of water, or even a pool, a pond, something, and have a look in and see what looks back at you and see what maybe messages come back in. And also just really carry a lot of extra love in your heart. Maybe wear pink, or, you know, raspberry. And this applies to men or women. You know, pink is not just for women. But get in touch with that energy. And pink, of course, is pink or green, you know, is the heart chakra. So just know that even though it's asking maybe for a deep dive, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe this is just all about the love. Okay. So see what comes your way, either flying in or gliding in on a smooth, glassy pond, okay? Or a water source of some type. All right, well, that's it for group 2. Now we're going to move on to group 3. Group 3, you are the white swan. And I was just laughing. I'm going to show you what group 2 got, and they got a beautiful white swan. So I was talking about the irony, how your group did not get it. But again, like I said earlier, too, with them, we don't need to be matchy-matchy here, so it's okay. So let's see what surprising spirit animal shows up for group 3. Here we go. As I told the other groups, I did pre-shuffle and just kind of messy spread these out on the table. I'm going to spread them a little further. We're losing a couple, so I think we're meant to, because these are extra slick and slippery. So all the ones that are abandoning ship, so to speak, is not your animal. So this just proves I'm not rigging anything. I would hope you would trust me by now. I wouldn't do that. But here we go. All right. Ooh, let's see what you have. And it's funny, the other two piles have birds of certain types, but you have this beautiful stingray, but the way they glide, they almost do look like birds in the water. Pretty amazing. You know, they do have these, what they call wings, you know, on the stingray. So we're looking at the underside, I believe, and yeah, it looks like the underside. Let me get my little pointer out. Like we're looking up from below on it, and I think we've got, you know, like the two eyes and a mouth, or maybe those aren't the eyes and it's just the mouth. You know what? I don't know the anatomy of a stingray really, beyond the overall, you know, wings and obviously tail. But anyway, I'm sure you do. Anyhow, we have, you know, representation of all of the chakras, it looks like, and this. Let's see what we have message here. It's just stingray. So when we look at this, it just shows that maybe one of the messages is to be mindful of the rainbow. Maybe you're going to start to see different rainbow items. Like I just saw the other day, I actually purchased it, a beautiful roll of double-sided satin ribbon, which is all rainbow on one side, rainbow on the other. It's really beautiful. And I just wanted to, well, this is coming up, okay, as one of the messages with the spirit animal, that don't be embarrassed about the rainbow. This is just for some people that don't fully embrace the rainbow on all levels. At somewhere along the way, this became a symbol for LB. Don't hate. I'm trying to remember it. For the, let's just say, diverse community, and there's kind of a stigma and a strange way placed with that. But the rainbow is for everyone, and is to be celebrated that way. You know, not only is it like the promise, one can say God's promise across the sky, but it's also within us all the chakras. It's also very specific frequencies. You know, I'm sure I don't need to tell this audience any more about the rainbow. So let's just say this is just to remember to celebrate the rainbow. Maybe you look around and the rainbow just starts showing up everywhere for you now that we're putting all this attention on this, right? So maybe it shows up in your, wherever you're living, if sunlight's coming through a window in a certain way and it catches the edge of a glass and starts casting a rainbow, you know, on the wall, which it never does. And then just this one particular day it does. Maybe there's just certain graphics on a t-shirt that you see that you really like or are drawn to, or a little figurine, or like I mentioned in group 2, like a keychain, just something really stands out to you. You might want to pick it up and just use that as a little reminder. Look, even the beads that I just pulled out to use as a background, that's all the colors of the rainbow. Maybe you see some beads, and it's a little invitation to like stirring them up in a row and make a bracelet or a necklace. Again, if you're not sure if there's other messages for this to be your spirit animal for the day, maybe it is just a call to simply go sit on the beach if you're near a beach or can get there, or start, you know, looking at images of beaches, and maybe there's a further message in there for you that this is inviting you, that the stingray is inviting you to go check out. Let's see. I think that's about it for now. Well, with the other groups too, if it's not clear what your message is and you're going about your day and you just really aren't seeing anything that is sending you a rainbow symbolism or other symbolism of this stingray, maybe when you just see a kite in the sky, right, that reminds you of this. Maybe just close your eyes at night when you're about to sleep and just say, hey, you know, I do want to tap into the spirit animal of the stingray. You know, are there any other messages you have for me in my dream time? And let me remember them. Okay. All right, that's all I'm getting there. So now I do want to do just one more thing. I wasn't going to, but I think I will. I have an extra deck back here in case, and it's not going to be spirit animal related. We'll just go for just an overall like bonus card message for everybody. Okay, everybody involved, and we're having things falling all over the place. That's okay. And let's see what this is. Okay, it is safe for you to receive. Oh, and look at, so here's some bonus animals in here in this card. We have, looks like maybe a dove up in the tree and some, a doe and a fawn maybe, or two fawn, I guess it is. And what do we have? Like a basket of fruit down there. Okay, so let's see what the message is for this bonus message. Give me a moment. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. All right, I'm going to leave the message right there. Let me say it one more time. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. All right, and bonus spirit animals of either these fawn, beautiful little deer, or the white dove. All right, everyone, that's it for now. Tremendous peace and love to you. Lavender Sky Panther. Bye.